Okay, y'all, I'm back. I'm sorry I paused for a minute. Okay, so this is where we left off at. Nani, this bitch is cutting her wrist, and we know that this bitch is out her rabbit ass mind. So she lays back and wants old girl to come into her. Yeah, I know that sound. Anywho. So she's like laying there, and she all of a sudden goes to this scene, and more of what happened back during that time kind of opened up. And she said, oh, never mind, I done started now. I done started now. And she says, she's looking at old girl, and the priest and stuff is biting her neck and, getting her blood, and the other one's talking in his talkery, whatever he's saying. He's talking about, yeah, look in her eyes, this and that, and other. She ain't scared, boop, wop, wop. So that made him take his vampire drawers down, y'all. He done took his drawers down. And so he goes to rape her, but y'all know she's a determined bitch. She's determined that she is not going to scream or do nothing. So he's having at it. He's giving her the business. Just vampire rape. Anywho, and you kind of see as old girl is watching this, what the chick is saying, which we don't know what she's saying last time. What she's saying is causing the vampires to come up, wake up as if, it's nighttime time for them to get out and do what they got to do. While she's burning, the other ones is down in the little chained up area, and they saying the same words. So, old girl comes up out of this trance. And let me stop there. Now, let's bounce to Pam and her rotten rigor mortis. She's rigor mortis, y'all. I thought the bitch couldn't be no more toe up than she was last week, y'all. She was a soot rigor roach mess. I don't know. So she just, Eric is they throw Eric in the cell where she's at. He all of a sudden says, I smell death. Yes, because some rotten ass corpse is over under the cover. So she don't want to come out of it. And he's like, Bill, they told me that I'm your maker, so I command you. So she takes the cover off. Y'all, this bitch is beyond dead. Is there something other than dead? Now that bitch done met the true motherfucking death. That's what she done met. Cause her shit's really fucked up. She just falling apart. Y'all know she's thinking. Cause Eric's like, I smell death. He might as well said, I smell funky bitch I made. I mean, cause this bitch is just wrong. Okay. So she goes on and says, Eric, snap out of it. Cause she's like, let's go kill this bitch. Cause look, I'm fucked up. And I need this bitch dead, and she's somewhere in this jail somewhere. And she says, Eric, I need you to be the Viking you are. You don't like Bill, blah, 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 this and that and other. She's running it to him, and he's like, I don't want that. That's not me. I don't like that. So y'all know, like I said, Eric, this is a whole nother side of Eric. He's so much, softer. I don't know what the hell he gonna be when he realize all of this shit that went on and get his mind right. Oh, Lord, they're gonna have to deal with him. Anywho. So, he's just kind of like he's done with that. She wants him to snap out of it. Meanwhile, her face is falling off, and you know what I'm saying? She just stuck. Okay, now off of that. Now let's go to Jesus. Son of a bitch, Jesus. Anyway, y'all don't like Jesus. I don't care what y'all say. I don't like it. Okay, so y'all know from last week that Jesus then had to go back to his godfather, grandfather, whatever, and get some protection and some power or whatever. So him and Lafayette's there, the pregnant woman's there, this and that and other, and the father, the godfather says, whoever, he says, look, you're going to need to go find your sacrifice, this and that and other. So they have to go out, and I'm I want to get to the good shit. So they go out and they waiting, and Lafayette's like, so where's the sacrifice at? So it's supposed to just run up to us, and Lafayette's just having a moment. And with that being said, let's pause for a minute and talk about Lafayette's hair. No, boo-boo. No. No, boo-boo. Them plaits is wrong for you, honey. I don't know what they got you in. And your get up, sis, this season is a mess. You and Bill are just, ugh. Oh, Lord Lafayette, honey, I need you to get your drag together because you's a mess. I don't know what's going on, but you're a mess. Anywho, so all of a sudden the wind starts and he is like, wait a minute, be quiet. The sacrifice is here. It's the motherfucking rattlesnake. This mother pulls the rattlesnake up. Lafayette jumps back like the queen he is, like, wait a minute, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, I love you and all that, but really? I can get back in this big ragged ass van we done rode here to wherever we at with your godfather, whoever he is, and leave, honey. You know, so Lafayette, they go back. They go back to the man with the thing. And he's like, you don't even know what he tells him. You don't even know what you need protection from. You don't even know. He said that he needs protection from the vampires, but oh dude knows something else, and he's like, you don't even know what you need protection from. So he's like, oh girl is using blood as far as protection. He knows what she's doing because that's what she's doing. She's bringing this spirit into her if it hadn't already happened. Okay. Pause for the cause there. And now let's go back to Narnie's motherfucking ass. Yes, he hit the nail on the head, y'all. This bitch she wakes up, comes up. Boom, there's the burnt up witch bitch sitting there and calls her name. And all of a sudden, whoosh, she goes into an old girl's mouth and into her, she's her. Which I knew it. I knew that bitch was trouble when she brought the bird back. You crazy bird bringing back bitch cutting bitch. Oh Lord. No, Lord, my cigarette that went out, Jesus. Okay. Now, and now that we've talked about that, let's stop there for a minute. Let's go back to Sam, or should I say Tommy and his fuckery. Because he's Sam and shit, and old girl, he goes back home. Old girl comes back to her shit. To his shit and like, I want you, shush, you know, just take me, honey. She just bam, coochie titties, just she's ready to throw, y'all. He's like, bam, you know. So needless to say, they go and throw down. Now let's get off of that, and can we go to Sookie Land and Stackhouse Land? Just for a minute, y'all. Okay, so Sookie goes looking for Jason. Jason, as soon as she goes in there, she's like, Jason, where you at? Trying to hurt his man. Let me look at this. Okay. He's in the room, tied up in, might I say, some very nice looking drawers. Shorts, you know, I wanted them in less than that, but it's they show, you know, whatever. Okay. So he's on the bed talking about, get out of here, Sookie. I've been bitten by a weird panther. He breaks it all down to Sookie, and she realizes that he ain't playing. Okay, so Sookie gets him the hell out of there because y'all know she's Captain. She's Miss Saver, Vamp, Wolf, Fairy, Weird Panther, Rabbit Hole. You know, this bitch. Oh, Lord. So she's like, it ain't going down like that. So next thing you know, they somewhere sitting, Jason sweating and shit, with a beer or whatever, you know, and they talking, and she's like, no, I'm not, this ain't gonna happen, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna be right here with you. He's like, this gun, if I turn, shoot my ass. Okay. Now, this is when it good. She kind of goes in or whatever the case may be, and he's gone. So this bitch is, first she tried to walk off, but one thing about Sookie ain't nothing so about her. That bitch done been bit, scraped across the back. She done been everything here. And she's like, nah, let me get this gun, because this light coming out of my hand might not be enough for these weird pants, barilla cats. Okay. So she goes out looking for him or whatever. He's somewhere in the damn forest, like her and shit, going through some shit like he's on motherfucking some V again. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Okay, now let's zoom on back to Myrtle Lodge just for a minute. When Tyra comes in after a romp with her new honey, and they go and sit down, and here comes Miss Jessica. Can I help you? And Tyra's like, oh, I thought this was what's her name's thing. She was like, she called off. Oh, really? Yeah, and we're going to get into why she called off, y'all, because it's real fucking pertinent. Yes. And my bloodies will know, yeah, this is very important what I'm going to go into. So she all of a sudden drops Fang and runs out the door. And I'm thinking, okay, Bill's calling us something. Now, off of that. Now, this is where we're going to swing into why old girl's not at work. Now, y'all know that that baby started a fire last week. That baby doll. That baby, it's one of them. I think it's the baby doll. Something's following that baby doll. Or the baby could be. The damn baby doll done caught the house on fire and they sleep. And she's like, put the cigarette out. Don't smoke in here. They sleep. He wakes up and it's all engulfed. They looking for this damn baby. The baby, y'all, the baby's gone. He's already outside with the other kids. And they said the baby was out there when they got out there with the baby doll. Now, who packed the baby out there? And this is when it gets good. This is when, Lord, y'all, I was like, who is this bitch? You look over, the baby turns his head around, and there's some black chick sitting there on the side next to the damn tree. And the baby recognizes her, but don't nobody else see this, bro. Y'all, who is this bitch? Who is this bitch? She's following that dog, y'all. She's following the dog. She's the motherfucking ghost of the dog. Y'all remember that movie where old girl was a slave and she put all of that into the... Oh, y'all, something going on with this dog. Something going on with this doll and this baby. I don't know how they're going to get this medieval shit up off of them, but something's going awry. Now, let's swing back to Jessica now that we've talked about that for a moment, because they really didn't go into it that deep. They really didn't. They gave us a little bit and then it was like, shawam, we somewhere else. Okay. So Jessica runs, and I'm thinking she's going to Bill. She runs to Jason. Now, did anybody else check the dream Jason had about Jason? I mean, the dream Jason had about Jessica, and then he's like, "Oh, Jessica," and she's going, "Oh, Jason," and then all of a sudden it's like, "Oh, Hoyt, it's Hoyt. I love Hoyt, and it's Hoyt, whatever." He's on top of Jason. Now, y'all, there was some wrong fuckery that I wasn't even looking for. Now, Tara didn't flip the script, but no, you won't get Jason. Jason's not flipping the script. Anywho, she goes and runs to Jason because Jason had her blood, and she sensed that he's in trouble. But did anybody else see the shit that was going on between them? What made him calm down? She's like, go to a beautiful place. He's looking at her breast. She was like, I'm not going to leave you, blah, blah, blah. She stays there the whole time. Y'all, something going to go on between them. They about to have it. They about to have some hippity-dippity. Now, back at the ranch, Sookie is running around looking for him, and she runs into the wolf's wife, that bitch. Anyway, she's out there, and then the wolf comes around, and she's like, Sookie's like, what you doing here? And then here comes the wolf. And she's explaining, you know what I'm saying, what she's doing out there. And Sookie was like, since it's a full moon, how do you become a werepanther? And basically they tell her, you can't just be bit and turned into that, which is a good thing for Jason. So now we know the tea with Jason. He's not going to be a werepanther, I don't think. But you never know. The way the shit's going down, it's a whole bunch of bends and turns. Before you know it, he might be a motherfucking horse and hawk. I don't know. Anyway, so Sookie runs back and they go to the pack. Now, let me look at our shit. Okay, real quick. Now, let's go back to Jesus and Lafayette and his hair fuckery. Okay, so they get the shit, and old dude cuts his arm and shit. You know, he gets the snake, grabs and he's like this and throws the snake in the fire. Y'all, did y'all see what happened to his face before he did that? He did that. Then he took the snake over to old boy, let it bite him, and then threw it into the fire. Lafayette's like, oh, you a motherfucking fool. And you know how long it took me to get this motherfucking man? You know he's on a queenly motherfucking rant. Okay. Oh, Lord, where are we at? Real quick. So he goes out the room, and this and that and other. He tells Lafayette to save him and protect him. Here comes this other ghost while they sitting there, runs into Lafayette and starts talking all that shit, and he ends up healed. Now, y'all, I'm going to have to come back, probably. I don't know. Real quick, needless to say, so I don't have to come back. Sookie and Eric finally got they bound chicka wham wow on. And y'all, I was disappointed, honey, because their sex scene was not as good as Bill and her sex scene. Now, he might have a tight suit, but